Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate that very much. And to my colleagues, I think it'd be appropriate if we could rise because we have the honor today to welcome Georgia's First Lady, the best First Lady in these United States, Miss Marty Kemp. Amen. It's also my true honor to be able to recognize one of our colleagues, our former member of this body, my predecessor, Kevin Tanner, the Commissioner of the Department of Behavioral Health and Disability Services. I'm going to read this briefly, and then I want to just make a comment and then turn it over to our First Lady. So we are commending the 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline, whereas behavioral health conditions, including mental and substance use disorders, are critical public health issues, and 988 was established to improve access to crisis services in response to the country's growing suicide and mental health crisis care needs. Our First Lady has led in this effort, and so is Kevin Tanner. And I also want to mention the efforts around human trafficking and sex trafficking and the impact to children. That is a contributor to mental health crisis as well. And those folks, those survivors, have finally had a voice. And I couldn't be more proud than to let you hear from our First Lady.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. And I want to personally thank you for passing the 10th piece of legislation for human traffickers, not only to help them, but to have harsher penalties on the perpetrators. And I was very honored that Commissioner Tanner asked me to help put the word out on 988 to let everyone know it's okay to not be okay. And I think that's what we need to remind people everywhere, because these tough topics that are hard to talk about, we need to talk about. And every one of you has supported that, and I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for helping so many hardworking Georgians. Appreciate all of you. Thank you. Sorry, turn it over to my great buddy, Commissioner Tanner.
Thank you, Representative Wade, Speaker, First Lady. I just want to again echo the thanks for this body for the work that you've done over many years to make this possible. We receive over 20,000 calls a month just in the state of Georgia to the 988 Center. We dispatch over 5,000 mobile crisis teams every single month in the state. And we have a disproportionate number of those calls coming from rural Georgia and from our agriculture community. So this is something that's used throughout the state. In 2023, only 16% of Georgians had heard of 988. A poll that we did recently, 84% of Georgians have now heard of 988. And a lot of that is because of the work that the First Lady's done helping us spread the word. She's obviously very well known in our state and has really led on a lot of key issues. But we're very thankful that she decided to engage on this, and Georgians' lives are going to be saved as a result of these efforts. So, First Lady, thank you, Representative Wade, and thank you to the Georgia General Assembly for all your work. Thank you.
All right, we're going to do a photo and then.
I just want to echo First Lady Marty Kemp. Your dedication to the people of Georgia in so many different ways does not go unnoticed, but especially on 988, working along Commissioner Tanner, and the commitment from this House and to mental health services, the commitment of Governor Kemp. We just can't thank you enough and how impactful that is to every corner of this state. As we like to say, no matter what your zip code, 988 is there, and it is making a difference. So thank you. House members, thank you all for always supporting these initiatives when it comes to mental health. They couldn't do it without us. We couldn't do it without them. So thank you all for y'all's commitment as well. Thanks for being here with us this morning.